My great-grandmother, who had 12 children of her own and 144 great-grandchildren and children, was 97 and passing. So to her house we went on the side of the Kilauea River. She was all Portuguese and came from Portugal with her with her husband. Actually 1912, and had built a whole life. And she was also a healer and very, very well known throughout the island. But she was passing because she was old. And so it would be very common for all the relatives to come to the house and have customary coffee and donuts, and us kids would run around. But I remember the very moment that someone said Laulima, and with Laulima, what they would do is they would go and touch Tutu, right? And then the other family behind who couldn't reach her would touch Tutu, and the kids would touch Tutu until the whole crowd of people would fill up the whole lawn, because the house was even smaller than this. And for about 5 minutes, all they would do is give Tutu love as she would project love. And from that day, when I was holding, I felt that. And that's how I learned Laulima. I was 4. Since then, Laulima is an experience, an expression that people do in schools through the Mormon Church. I mean, hospitals, instead of doing Reiki, they will just say, we'll do Laulima, which is just laying your hands for a few minutes at a time, giving love, thinking good thoughts. So that's the protocol. All you have to say is help, literally. Knowing that you're asking your soul's authority to participate. That's basically what we're doing. Before you know it, we'll all have the experience of having so much attention of love on us that we'll own Laulima. Laulima, by the way, means many hands. That's all it means. A group of hands. Very simple. It was ancient. Laying of hands is really ancient in Hawaii. As it is in anywhere in the world, you know. Really true in circle culture. Good. This is a good time to mark the fact that there isn't really much difference between the receiver and the giver. That the giver is receiving, right? But you're also receiving, so everybody gets happy and healed. Healed. This is a very powerful emotional safety net for people going through cancer or other challenges deeply. Because the thing that happens in those circumstances is that you don't have emotional support. And having Laulima in those times are phenomenally helpful. Really stabilizing your sense of self. So often in Buffalo we'll meet and do people with cancer, just regular human problems, and just give 6 minutes of all that attention. Can you imagine the last time you received attention from 3 people? Usually Laulima is 5 or 6 people, sometimes as much as 10. My grandmother had hundreds, but it's possible just to get one focused moment of all these people, and the energy work will find its own purpose and direction. And that feeling is monumental in helping you. It really, really is. It really validates how you feel. Did you guys notice how there was almost a wave of gratitude that kind of moved through the space? That normally happens very easily. In Delaware, in May, I get to go to a hospital and teach nurses how to do this. Awesome. And I've been to Cleveland Clinic in Ohio to teach doctors and nurses how to do this. So it is awesome. It's absolutely awesome. Because they all smile and feel good, which is a tough thing to do in a hospital. But not if you have a